switching jerseys and where everyone's at with their health?
Well, Appleton didn't skate with us, obviously, but he thinks he'll be ready to go for Monday, so he should be on the ice with us tomorrow. Same with Nate Schmidt. He should be on the ice with us tomorrow. Ehlers still feeling a little bit, but he should be cleared to play on Monday. Cole obviously skating out there, so we're getting there.
I know that you've got a whole bunch of things that you need to look at in camp. I'm wondering, we were just talking with Colby Barlow, and when you get these young prospects who are going to be in the organization for years, do you have time to kind of manage what they are picking up and learning, or do they have to take care of that all on their
Well, well, unfortunately, he hasn't been on the ice with us.
Right.
So it's. I talked to him this morning. It's more about his getting his health back more than anything right now. But and he's not going to get into a game. So what they're picking up now, I'm not very concerned about it, honestly. If they were going to play a game, then you got to be on top of it. And, you're understanding what we're doing. He's not going to play a game for us. So for me, the most important thing for him, get healthy, get feeling good again, and we'll go from there.
That extra year now that you've had, I've heard a lot from the players saying the 1 year with the system makes it kind of a different camp. What are you seeing different in the adoption of the system, or what you're looking for to get at this point in camp compared to how difficult it was teaching it out of the blue last?
Yeah, last year was a lot more difficult because we had to change up quite a few things. This year we're tweaking things, but until we get our lineup on the ice in a game, and hopefully we'll have most of our lineup ready to go on Monday, then we'll get a better feel of where we are. We can practice one thing, we can show videos and everything, we can do all of that. We've got to put them in a game situation against an NHL team. Calgary will have a good lineup on Monday. I know Ottawa's coming in here next Thursday with pretty much their lineup, and we're hoping to do the same thing. And then we'll have a better feel. Okay, this is where we really need to focus on prior to the season opener.
When you say tweaking, like I think of the early season last year, this hockey team looked like it was playing exactly how you wanted it to play. When you say tweaking, I don't need to, I'm not trying to dive into you, give me the secrets of the sauce, but what are you trying to achieve? What should it look like? What should look different from the tweaks?
Just start with consistency of what we're doing. Start with that in the defensive zone where we're. The biggest challenge we had last year it was in our zone because they had played man-to-man here for so long, and we were trying to get rid of the man-to-man and play more of a structure, more of a zone type defense. Still aggressive, but not everyone running all over the ice chasing guys. And I think when we got into trouble late in the year, they went back to those habits. So when I talk about consistency, that's what I'm talking about. It seemed to me we got back to running around a lot in our zone and instead of playing the way we wanted to play. And the same thing in the neutral zone. They had played a 1-1-3 here for a long time, but then as soon as the pressure gets going or you get a little tired, you go back to those natural habits. So I think we just have to stay on top of the consistency of what we're trying to do. We're trying to do a couple of things differently in the neutral zone, but nothing major. And the same thing in the defensive zone. We're just trying to stop that running all over the place, thinking they got to play man-to-man. But so when we say aggressive and try to say pressure, that doesn't mean you just run around with your head cut off. It means, we want to get on them, but there's got to be some structure to the pressure and the aggressiveness.
To the point of that pressure, I know last year it looked like, the mantra was we lose the puck, we want to go get it back. And it looked like the pressure in the neutral zone was really high. Would I be wrong in thinking from watching the drills that there's an expectation that pressure goes a little bit deeper into the offensive zone than it has in the past?
Yeah, when we're chasing guys down, we definitely want to get on top of them. And if we can, and we're not in the line change, or we haven't lost somebody getting tied up or fall down, we want to be aggressive, and that means the D. That means a 5-man unit. That just doesn't mean the forwards. If we're going to send our forwards after their D, then we need our D to get right up on top of their forwards. So we're keeping that tight gap. Again, when we get into trouble, there's a huge gap between our forwards and our defense, and that's our D not moving up quick enough, or even on the rush, our forwards not coming back hard enough. So that's the consistency that we've got to keep pounding home.
We talked a lot about Gabe Vilardi. He's the new guy and obviously has a lot of skills to bring. Today, I was trying to just key in, see what I could see sort of deal. And he just amazes the way his head is always up, it seems. I'm wondering what you've noticed from his ability to have that elite vision in tight spaces like in some of those drills.
Yeah, he sees the game and it gets us up, and he's kind of like a step ahead. He knows what he wants to do before he gets the puck. But when he doesn't see it, he hangs on to it. And and he's so big and strong that we've talked about. That's what makes him a special player, is that ability to see one step ahead. When you get it, you move it quicker. Or when it's not there and it's a little more clouded, then you hang on to it. You don't force things. So he's got the hands and he's got the hockey IQ offensively. So that's why we think he's going to be a good fit with Mark and Casey.
Every now and again you see players, they're shoulder checking like mad, but they don't seem to learn as much from it as he does. What's the difference that elevates him like that?
It's really just natural hockey IQ, hockey sense.
This one is a bit of a reach, but I mean, maybe it goes to Sean's. It'll never stop me again. No, we try. I ask to learn. I wondered if, this being your second time around, like the sense that I've gotten from you is maybe calm urgency, I would say, as opposed to big sweeping changes, a big splash sort of deal. And I'm wondering, does that feel about right? Does that?
The players know what I expect. They know what I know what they expect from me. But there's more. We're all much more on the same page now, and they understand that. So yeah, there's probably more confidence in them that they're catching on, and that we know what. Again, it goes back to what are our expectations. I think there's a mutual understanding there.
Does that give you any opportunity to do some more long-term planning, like, hey, I want our game to look like this in December, in April, and that sort of stuff?
I want our game to be on top of things on October 11th. I don't look that far ahead. Like, it's a tough league, and you fall behind early, it's a tough time to get back in. So we can't look that far ahead. We got to make sure that the season starts October 11th. The puck drops, that we're ready.